Men would definitely say no, but they'll appreciate
for my brain.
And then you lose your virginity to him in...
Like I'm ready to give someone serious babies. I'm 30.
single for a long time. I go on these dating website advice things, and I read recently that a woman should offer to pay for 50%, half the dinner on the first date. So they said men would definitely say no, but they'll appreciate the effort. Well, the last couple of times they've said yes. So I thought, this backfired. Let me see. My question is, do men really appreciate it? And should women offer to pay for half on the first date?
No, they don't appreciate it, and you shouldn't offer it. It's just, look. You know what? I really get sick of dating sites trying to play both sides of the fence. You want to match a woman up with somebody, but then you want her to be this totally independent, standalone person. Well, guess what? A man can't be an independent, standalone person. A man, a heterosexual man, is nothing without...
Men will gladly appreciate every effort a woman makes to make their life simple, and to think that she said that offering to pay for the date got backfired on her shows why she is still single, and Mr. Harvey is a man who has been divorced twice in his life, so his opinion on what men appreciate or not from women shouldn't be taken at face value at all.
Baby, did you date me for my looks or for my brain?
Well, you're really good at giving brain.
Babe, that's not how it works.
Meet a man on a a homeless man on a gay dating app who's a truck driver. You meet him at 3 a.m. and then you lose your virginity to him in the truck. This guy has the riz of the century, son. I need to get this guy on the show.
Someone in my chat said, I need to get a truck.
That's the secret. If you want a virgin, you gotta be homeless and have a truck. I've dated virgins. I put in weeks of work. This guy's homeless and has a truck, and he meets her on a gay dating app. Where was it parked?
Worked. It
in
finally
a 7-Eleven parking lot?
Yeah, in front of a gas station. Oh my. He had probably tried this like 80 times.
Jay,
probably another gay guy told him to do it, and it wasn't working.
This is the biggest W a guy has ever taken, and simultaneously the biggest L a girl has ever taken.
I mean, it is, if you look at it that way, it is kind of...
And this same girl would make a good guy wait an eternity for it when any random guy from an app can get to her and enjoy the privileges that he has to pay for. And this here sums up the problems with modern dating and why there is a saying that nice guys finish last.
Need the universe to explain. I'm over here ready to be wifed, though. I'm ready to fall so in love. Like I'm ready to give someone serious babies. I'm 31 today, and no one is sitting across the table from me at dinner and holding my hand or telling me how beautiful I look or coming home and doing whatever it is that people do. It's unfair. It's ridiculous.
No, darling, I hate to break it to you, but what it is reality. The reality for you and millions of women just like you. And before I forget, I genuinely want to wish you a very happy birthday. I hope it went well. And I hope I'm not ruining your birthday by being the bearer of bad news. The bad news, sadly, being that the odds of you finding what you're looking for, that man to settle down with, that man to help you have babies, is probably somewhere between slim and none. Because the fact of the matter is, the majority of men, and especially the ones in your age group, the ones that you would want to, how you put it, wife you up, they're done. They have no interest in dating, certainly no interest in relationships or marriage, and even little to no interest in having children. That's the reality. And even if they did want those things, the odds are, and I don't mean to be mean by saying this, they're going to choose someone younger, someone who's more likely to be able to meet their standards and their needs. And I don't know your personal situation, but I have to wonder, how many guys in your 20s did you reject for not being good enough? How many did you friend zone? How many did you put on the back burner in hopes of finding someone better, only to realize that the smart women out there, the ones who didn't buy into the fantasy that there's a perfect man out there for every woman, just waiting to be found? You know, the ones that only exist in romance novels or Disney and Hallmark movies? Well, as I said, those smart women didn't buy into the hype, didn't buy into the fantasy, didn't come up with an endless list of ridiculous demands and expectations of men. And because they were realistic, because they didn't have insane expectations and demands, they ended up being the ones that got wifed up because they showed themselves for what men are truly looking for: companionship, love, devotion, and being a true partner. Not some drama queen with the aforementioned never-ending expectations and demands. One who respects and appreciates the man and the relationship. Look, I get it. You were sold a bill of goods. Other women convinced you to believe that if you just went out and focused on your career, partied hard, ratcheted up a body count in the hundreds, if not thousands, that you would find true fulfillment, not just in your 20s, but for the rest of your life. And now realization has set in. Realization that while that may have been fun at the time, you're now ready to settle down, ready to start having kids, ready to be with someone for the rest of your life. The problem being, men aren't looking for women who've reached that point. The ones who, if I may be so bold as to say, are reeking of desperation. For men, there's better options out there, and that's who they're going to gravitate to. Again, I'm not trying to be mean, and I'm certainly not trying to hurt your feelings. I'm just pointing out the reality of it. I genuinely hope you can find that man that wants to settle down with you and have children. But I hope you realize that it's going to be tough. And I hope you realize that the men that are left, the ones that are available, have seen how today's modern women have become so demanding, so outrageous with their expectations, and unwilling to offer anything when it comes to a relationship. They want to take, but not give anything in return. That's where we're at in today's modern society. And sadly, it's not going to change anytime soon. Men have walked away. Don't expect them to come back. Because while we may be slow to make changes, once we do, they tend to be.
What this guy said is the exact things she must have heard in her 20s, but she ignored it, thinking that she is unique and different. And even now, she will have a few guys left in her friend zone that might want her, but she will be waiting for that Prince Charming, who isn't coming.
I just got fired from my job for being sick. I got hired on March 7th. Somehow I got sick during my interview, and I brought home a virus. Told them I wasn't going to be there. I finally get my training done, and I'm in the classroom, and I get a stomach bug. This is like a week and a half after I got over the cold. At this point, I'm pissing out my ass. So I told them I can't come to work. I'm on the toilet. After the stomach bug, I caught a head cold. And these were like back to back to back. There was literally a couple of days in between each of these sicknesses. I have a head cold now, and I have a fever. Can't go to work. In between all of this, me getting sick, I had 2 court hearings that I had to be there for. That should have been excused. I finally get over the head cold, and I get a chest cold, which I have right now. So then on Tuesday, I called out because I had a fever. I was really sick. I get called to go to HR's office, and she terminates me for my attendance.